Hello, ahoy! As you can see, today I'm about to do my very first solo bike maintenance and cleaning as a beginner cyclist. Because up to this point we were always doing a maintenance of our bikes with my very good friend Marty, who's been getting me into cycling and who's more experienced. And back then I was also very afraid to do such thing completely alone, so I don't destroy anything or make some very stupid mistake. So hopefully today that won't be the case. I bought some necessary stuff for it, I did some studies, and hopefully afterwards my bike will be clean and in one piece. Let's do it! So we're currently on our way to the Decathlon store again for the necessary stuff I'm gonna need, which is like the bike stand and the oils and other necessary stuff. And as you can probably also see, it's pretty dark, cold and horrendous weather here in Czechia throughout the winter months. So let me actually take you a couple days back for let's say a big life move Eva and I made, which should bring very nice atmosphere and contrast to today's weather. Okay, so it's currently 12th of November 2025 and we just took to our own hands this property, this land. We have the papers here, so yeah, we just wanted to honestly document this moment for us, because this will be the place where we will have our future dream house one day. Not fortunately, hopefully soon. So this is it. There's currently nothing, only some houses already, but right here will be our house. And this is Eva.
Hello.
Alright, so we got the stand, we got the oils and this, like, I don't know the English word, but to put it on my hand and be able to clean the bike and all the parts. Then also the brush, the little brush for the chain. So we are going through the snow here, so let's get into the car. Alright, so we're back into the next day actually, and as you can see, the bike is already in a stand. It wasn't that hard and wasn't that for long. And another free stuff I bought, which I think are essential. So let me start with this bike care kit, and there should be actually 3 essential like liquids, I should say. Then the second thing is special dedicated brush for like degreasing the chain and the cassette and all of that stuff. Also like this sponge. And actually let me just pick up my phone so I don't mess this up, because there are a few steps which I want to follow. I got instructions from Marty and also I was chatting with ChatGPT. So let me just go through that real quick. So the first, I'm gonna rinse the bike with water into the bathroom, not here. The second step will be degreasing the drivetrain, so the chain and the cassette, everything with like basically this first liquid and with that special brush. Then the step number 3 should be like rinsing it again with water, and also I think I'm gonna use like this concentrated bike cleaner, so for other parts like frame, and it's not that dirty though, but I just wanna like do it properly, step by step. And also there are maybe some small like dust from my outdoor rides throughout the winter. So that is what I'm going to do. And the step number 4 will be then letting it to dry out. Step number 5 will be lubricating the chain, and it should be pretty much it. On the paper, or I should say in the checklist, it sounds quite easy and straightforward, but I can imagine there can be some complications, especially for me as a beginner. So I won't be acting that I'm a know-it-all or that these steps are the only correct ones. I can imagine you will have some like your best practices or tips and tricks, what you are used to do, what works for you, what doesn't, and stuff like that. So please leave it in the comments. I will again really appreciate it, and maybe next time I will be more wise person and I will do my next bike maintenance much better. And now I guess it's time to let's get into it. So let's rinse the bike with water and let's get into cleaning. Also, before I will remove the bike, actually you can see that I like reorganized two indoor setups which we usually have here. Here is Eva's bikes usually, which is over there, and mine is here. So yeah, I just created this dedicated space for like the first ever bike maintenance. Nothing too fancy, but I just wanted to have enough space, as you will see in a few seconds that in the bathroom there is not so much space. So I will just use it for rinsing the bike, and then I will try to move it back here. Well, to be honest, I never thought I will be creating videos from my bathroom, but here we are. Anyway, as you can see, it's pretty nice and clean and everything. A very practical bathroom, but not for cleaning the bike. So I will try to just hold it like that, or maybe I will put it into this corner, and I will not use the water for complete bike, but mainly the frame and like the lower part of the bike, if I can say it that way. And it will be also not with such a big power of the water. So yeah, I think this will be like the most wide position I can get the bike in, and also it will be maybe, yeah, it's stable. So let me just take a photo. And I will just try to dry out the main parts so it's not dripping water so much from it. This is like the oldest blanket, I would say, in our family. So that's why I will use it for such things. And yeah. Okay, so I guess the first step is done. Yeah, I can actually hear like in the chain there is some small dust, or like that it's not clean, I should say. And it's probably coming from that outdoor ride, because especially in this weather it's disastrous. Yeah, I will now do the next step, which will be use the, how it's called, drivechain degreaser. So yeah, I will degrease it with that brush, and I will just try to clean complete chain and also the cassette and the small parts here. I'm sorry, I don't know the correct like terms, especially in English, for each part of the bike. Here's actually a cool infographic. Not sure if you can see that properly. I will try to put it on focus. But it's actually like the step-by-step process, much more like easily said and faster said than I did on the couch a couple of minutes ago. So let's open it. And this is basically the special brush. Be able to, yeah. It's actually shown here that there is like option A, option B. Option B is when you have like this, I'm not really sure how it's called, but like this special machine which you put your chain through. But I'm gonna go with option A, which is that I will have some small glass or bowl. And as I mentioned, I will just use the brush and try to clean the chain. So let's try to do it from all the sides, from above, from the sides. Yeah, here we are. And also I already brought the sponge and like the second step, the concentrated bike cleaner, and I will like use it, put it with water and clean the frame and other remaining parts so it's clean, and then I will try to dry it out completely before I will do the remaining third step, which will be putting the lube onto the chain, clean chain, hopefully. As I mentioned, garden would be fine, but as you could have seen at the beginning of the video, it will be coming, but not today. Not just today. I guess I will be even more grateful for the big house and for the garden when I will be remembering this moment when I was cleaning the bike in such a small bathroom. But that's the point, right? It's part of the journey. Anyway, let's dry it out. I guess the most important part which we need to wait to dry it out is the chain. And actually the third step will be to clean out the chain, then put the oil in, if it's called oil or like lubricant, yeah, and then we will just like remove the excessive amount of that lubricant. So let's do it. Also, it's absolutely horrendous. Like it's not even 3:30 and it's getting dark already. Yeah, that's the downfall of the winter months here in Czechia. And I guess I'm not alone, right? Because I know many people from the US are watching, from Germany. And maybe I would be curious for German folks, if you see my channel and my name, Dom Rosenberg, if you actually think like, oh, this guy is German, so let's watch his video, because my like surname is German, even though I don't know about like any ancestors from Germany. So yeah, just curious question, if something like that pops into your mind, that you think, oh, this guy is like fellow German, let's watch his videos. And I guess then after a few sentences you need to realize through my accent that I'm not German. But maybe I'm wrong, but I would be just curious if that is the case. Okay, so yeah, now I will try to let it dry. So I think now it's time to have some snack. Alright, the bike should be, or the chain I should say, more importantly, should be dry. So now it's time for the third step, which should be to take this bike chain lubricant. And also, as I was mentioning, it was already dark outside, so I put the rollers down. But yeah, it's crazy. It's like 4:30 and it's completely dark outside. Like honestly said, it's not perfectly cleaned out, but it's much better than it was, and I think it's just part of the process and it's the only way. How can I learn it? How can I improve next time? So I will take that, and next time I just believe it will get better and better, and I can be also trying that out more frequently for Iwa's bike as well. So that's why I'm currently doing just one bike, to see what is the whole process and what I can improve, what you will possibly leave in the comments, and then I can be like much better and do it much better next time. And actually I found that it's good to start with one particular pin, like the starting point, and yeah, it is here, because I can imagine it won't be visible so much. So I will know that this is the one I will start, and I will just continuing that way. And my goal will be to put like one drop into each pin. Final one. There we go. Okay, so now I should leave it for like 10-15 minutes just to like let it settle down, like the lubricant into the chain. Then I will just check with the paper napkins which are there, like very softly and very easily from the side, just if there is somewhere some excessive amount of the lubricant. But I was trying to be precise and it wasn't even dripping on the floor or onto the blanket. So that should be alright. Maybe I will just make sure with ChatGPT just to ask if I should now like rotate the chain or if I should keep it in the same position. Yeah, so ChatGPT approves and told me that it is actually ideal and I should do it. So yeah, let's do it straight away through the pedals and change the gears as well. All right.